Hey Matt, how are you?
I'm good, Ian, dude. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for asking. That was
Good.
quite an intro.
Right. Sorry about
Oh
that.
no, yeah, no, it's cool. I've known Janine for years, so I know the backstory. So all good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
fair.
look, thanks for taking time out, man.
Yeah, of
You
course,
know,
man. No worries.
yeah, you got a busy day or busy evening because I'm guessing it's like is it like 9 o'clock there, 10 o'clock?
No, I'm in America, dude. Right now. I moved to America like at the start of this year, so it's only 4:22 p.m. Thank God.
Yeah, that makes sense because I was thinking literally before we logged on, I was sitting there thinking. Like being in Australia, the times when you go and interview bands, and I'm like, normally you get European bands like in the Australian evening, and I'm like, why
Yeah,
is this on in the
yeah,
morning? That makes no sense. Yeah,
yeah. No, yeah,
it's in America.
I'm in Minnesota, so it's the sun's only just starting to go down. But yeah.
Okay. Oh, why did you go all the way from bright and sunny Yorkshire to bright and sunny Minnesota?
I fell in love, bro.
Oh, mate, it
Fell in
doesn't to
love.
everyone. That's why
So
I'm in Australia.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it brought me over here to live a better life, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I'm from Manchester originally, so I know exactly what you
Yeah.
mean
When
about a
did you
better
move?
life.
When did you move
Oh, I
there?
moved. Why or when?
When?
Oh, 25 years ago next month.
Wow. Do you prefer it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I went
Yeah.
back to I went back to Manchester last year for the first time in 10 years. And it was just surreal. That's what it was, because it was like I was brought up here,
Yeah.
but it's not my town anymore. It
Yeah,
was
yeah, I know what you mean. Was it any different? Or did it just look
yeah.
exactly the same?
Did Manchester's changed an awful lot, an
Yeah,
awful,
yeah.
awful lot. Like they've done enough, especially like the inner city areas, like all them factories and warehouses, they've all gone made into apartments and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a lot of the tram lines weren't there when I lived there. But this interview isn't about me going back to Manchester.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
Oh, good. But you know what? You have thrown something in because like one of the questions, I've got a couple of questions. I'm just going to jump through them all. But one of them I was going to
Yeah.
ask was about on the last. I'm going to add to it now. On the last album, there was an awful. It sounded to me there was an awful lot of like reaching out to people to tell them not to give up. This
Yeah.
album seems to be an awful lot about you and what you've gone through, and they're both incredibly emotional and go quite deep. But now
Yeah.
that you're in love, is the next album going to be like it's going to be like a pop album?
No. Never pop. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. We do have ideas for the next album though already. That I hope will be surprising. I want to chuck in some
What's
like
funny is,
different variants of like classical music and stuff like that too. So
oh
I'm
nice.
hoping we can do that. Yeah.
Well, you talk about the pop thing. I mean, I read some stuff as well, and I've listened to the album. There are some kind of quite catchy pop elements in there,
Yeah.
which is such a juxtaposition from then. I mean, the words that you've used is the confessions of what each song are. I mean, how do you mesh them up so that they work so smoothly?
Um, I did honestly, dude. I don't know. I mean, I wanted to musically, I wanted to incorporate more genres or aspects of music that we all love as a as individual in the band, like growing up. Do you know what I mean? We wanted to mesh more. We wanted to elevate our sound, but we didn't just want to elevate our sound just for the fucking fun of it or just to create a wider audience. We wanted to use different types of music or sounds that actually meant something to us because then it feels more real than do you know what I mean? So like I really love acoustic music and I do love pop music. And I always, a lot of the last two albums, the ranges, the vocals are like way up there. I mean, a lot of it is on this album, but there's still a lot of more bassline, poppier, melodies and pitches in this new album. So I really wanted to do that in this album. I wanted to go more genre bend, yes, but I just wanted to bring in something else from my past musically that I think one would have added to our sound, and two that would make me happy to do musically. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I can't just whip out an acoustic guitar whenever I want with the band. Do you know what I mean? Or start singing fucking I don't
Wonderwall,
know.
yeah,
Fucking yeah, Wonderwall or Backstreet Boys or something. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there are a lot more popular elements, especially vocally, and Benji's into a lot of 80s like synth stuff and stuff like that. So we wanted
mm,
to make sure that, we added a lot more synth-based elements in there too. Um, but I think we didn't, it was just like trial and error, dude. Do you know what I mean? A lot of stuff got taken out of songs that didn't work, like, and a lot of stuff got put into songs once we thought they did work.
yeah. I mean, lyrically, we touched on this a little bit earlier. I mean, you've uh, really speak about yourself throughout the 11 tracks that are on the album. It's almost like a diary of what
Yeah.
you've been going through for the last couple of years. How hard was that, or how easy was that being able to throw that all out there in front of your bandmates?
In front of my bandmates, it's it's easy in the sense that we're all, we've been in the band now for like 7, 8 years. Like, it's easy in a sense that they know me now. They know who I am, the stuff I've gone through, and vice versa. So it's not hard for me to tell them, listen, this song's about my struggles with faith, or this song's about my past addictions, or this and that. That's not a struggle. The struggle is, oh, I don't know. The struggle is like building up the courage to be able to tell anyone, because a lot of the stuff that I sing about in this album, it's a lot of stuff I've not really spoken to anyone ever about. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why it took me 3 albums deep to be able to start talking about it, because not even my mum knows about a lot of this stuff. So yeah, it took me a while to, one, build up the courage to start writing about it, and then two, it built up a little bit more courage for me to tell the boys about what it's about, because a lot of it is so on the nose from what I've experienced, in my brief time in the industry. There's a very, very fine line between something being heavy and real and emotional and poetical, and it being like too on the nose. Do you know what I mean? Like too raw and too out there to put out as an album, and for them to, because a lot of it's about me and my shit. They're still like a part of the music, a part of the sound. Do you know what I mean? They still help me hone in the melodies and stuff like that. So them having the trust in me, um, for us to go for it, like, I think that's where the scary part of it is. But yeah, we're all kind of like that, comfortable with each other now, and I don't really have an issue with telling them about my personal stuff anymore. Do you know what I mean? I did do when we first started the band, like really, really bad, but we're all
Yeah.
like brothers now. Do you know what I mean?
So, are you prepared then for the world hearing it this Friday?
I am now. I think I'm anxious, dude, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, just because I want people to like the album. But I want people to, relate to the stories in the songs, and I want them to be able to take something away from it, or from a song that can help them, or help someone that they know that's going through something. Do you know what I mean? Just like, because that's why we all listen to music in one way or another. Like, we do it for even an escape, or to help feel seen or heard, or do you know what I mean? A bit of guidance, as to say. So that's what I hope people take away from the album. That, yeah, I think, if I'm honest, doing these interviews that I've done over the last like month or so has like really helped my confidence in it being okay for people to hear it now. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I've spoken to like people, legends like yourself about these things within the album, and I've had some really, really good conversations, and it's it's helped me a lot in one way or another to be fine with making myself so vulnerable to like whoever it is that's listening to to the songs. Yeah.
Well, it's therapy, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
cathartic, and
exactly.
it's interesting about that as well. Like when you go through how you sing and the lyrical and the lyrics that are in there in the album, and you mentioned it a little bit earlier about there was stuff up here and then there was stuff down here.
Mm.
Like vocally, there are the angelic parts, and then there's the absolute gut rules that are there, and everything else in between, which, I suppose, from a theatre aspect, really hones in on when you do therapy. Some days you're great, some days you're
Yeah,
not, and it
yeah,
really
exactly.
swings like that. When was that a conscious effort when you were singing the songs, or did it just you went, "Oh, that sounds okay"?
A bit of both, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, a lot, there's a lot of emotion in every song, and every song has its own story. But I'm not gonna lie, there are some songs and some meanings that were a lot. I still hold a lot more. Uh, I hold a lot heavier in my heart, like emotion wise and stuff, than others. So, but we was very conscious about the dynamics of the vocals, and we knew that we all like. I think to answer your question, we knew that like the big parts, the big epic parts, like the meaning and the lyric and the mode, the emotion, needed to be something really special, really really heavy, and something that's really ear catching. Do you know what I mean? And then the moody parts, we wanted the meanings to be a bit more moody and a bit more grounded. So yeah, I think in one aspect we was really thinking of it like that, but in another way, we really wanted to make it fun, like not just for me to sing because I wanted to do that anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't want everything to be up there all the time because not that
Tough.
it's not yeah, it's tough, but not that it's not fun, but it's like I said earlier, I wanted to bring these more poppy elements, and I wanted the dynamics to flow more rather than everything just being like super up there. But yeah, like also we wanted to make it fun right in the album in the studio as a band. Like we didn't want to get too honed down on like the coding of the music as to say. Um, but yeah, we still had it in our heads that we wanted to make sure that the big bits that we wanted people to take notice of, as to say, needed to be the most emotionally evoking, bleed your heart out moments.
The moments you can get lost in. Um,
Mhm.
the I always go and do a little bit of research, like I go way back. I try and find some random stuff. And the random stuff I could find from you was, and you never go in there anyway, it was X or Twitter. You
Yeah,
wrote in 2024 that Perth and Adelaide were two of the best shows that
yeah,
you've ever been part of. Yeah. You're coming back in February, right? If I rehash that just before you come back in February, that's a big call to make. We've got a match coming, Adelaide. That means we've got a match there.
yeah.
What was it about then that was so good?
It was the, it was a few things, but the main thing was the energy. Like it was fucking electric. Like normally, let's say on a normal show, it again it there's like waves. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, but even when we did like I can't remember what the set list was, but I'm sure we did like a slow song in that set. And even then, there was still people. There weren't a lot of people just stood there watching. They were like fucking screaming their hearts out. Like, do you know what I mean? Hands in the air, like and they weren't really huge gigs. You know what I mean? They were like 500, 600 caps. Like, but it
yeah.
sounded like 5,000. You know, it was. it was insane, and that's why I said that, because like the energy was just nuts, and also like everyone just seems so genuinely happy and excited and like super thrilled to be out enjoying that moment with everyone. Do you know what I mean? Um, and just for me, I guess also like being in a completely new place, like having all the anxieties of not knowing what to expect and expecting the middle ground at best, and it just was like so much more. Like it was like breathtaking. Like I couldn't believe it. Also because like we're on the other, we're four guys from some little fucking towns in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in England, and we're on the other side of the world playing headline shows, and this show's sold out, and people are screaming our words back to us. It was just super, super surreal, and yeah, I think about that tour a lot, actually, definitely. I do. I honestly, I
Well,
really do. It was insane.
well, let's hope the next one, because the next place you're playing is twice as big
Yeah, I
when you get here
know.
in Adelaide. So
I
no
know.
pressure.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
well, I reckon I've had my 15 minutes, and I know you got a whole bunch more to do. So, best luck when the album drops on
Thank you,
Friday.
man.
I'll see you when you turn up here in February
Yeah.
on your headline tour, and I'll
Yeah, come
send you
and
back
say
to
hi,
Janine.
dude.
I will do. I'll see you then. Take care, man.
Peace out, Ian. Take
Uh,
it easy, man. Appreciate you. Thank
thank
you.
you.